What's up everyone, it's your girl Stephanie, and today we're talking all about hair, in particular hair thinning. And I feel like I can attribute mine to a couple reasons. So when I turned around like 30, 31 was when I kind of saw a pretty drastic change in my skin and my hair. And then, I went through a pretty traumatic event. So that in itself, that was a drastic change. So immediate, it was pretty crazy. So I'm gonna kind of brush upon that and then talk about what exactly I was dealing with. We're gonna talk about a tool that I've been using that has really helped in conjunction with a supplement that I've been taking. Been proactive about this, okay? Those two I think has really changed things around for me. I'm also gonna talk about some of the products that I feel like in general have been really nice for my scalp. I would also sometimes fill my hairline in a little bit. So I feel like I can demonstrate that for you to show you how I kind of like, fill some things in. You just need some like brow powder. So my hair type is pretty thin actually. I have pretty thin hair, very, very straight. Around 30, 31, I started seeing a change in my skin. My skin type has just been oily, but like combination at the same time, because I can get dry, flaky patches. But in general, like I could look oil slick by the end of the day, as well as my scalp. I started getting drier skin. And then when Michael passed away, it was just like this change. I immediately started getting a lot of eczema. I think that was one of my reactions, is that I got crazy eczema all over my face and on my hands. So painful and itchy, like I just wanted to tear my skin off. I had just never had such dry skin all over my face before, and it also was like going into my hair. So like my scalp was getting itchy to the point where even if I itched it a little bit, it would like bleed. What happened with my hair was I was starting to really thin, especially right up here. I'm trying to go through some of my old photos. During that time, I was not taking photos of myself. I think I do have photos though of my skin, my eczema, and I think with those photos, hopefully you'll see my hairline a bit in those. I've always generally also had like this little cowlick here, so my hairs on this side, they grow like up, and then on this side, they grow like down. This part too just started looking so stringy. Like it always it was just so thin that it was separating a lot like that. I still think I could improve on like the thickness over here, but yeah, it just sucks because these hairs, they just grow like that. And then these hairs, they grow up. Aside from the thinning, 5-6 months after Michael passed, I saw all of these white hairs. Like I kind of saw a glimpse of them before, but because that time had passed, all of a sudden I just was like, I have so many white hairs in my head. And I had one of those nights where I just sat down and I was like, I'm just gonna pluck them all. And I did. Turn out to be a lot more than I thought. It was like a little bundle and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But since I plucked them all, I haven't had any other white hairs. So I knew that was a thing that could happen under like extreme stress. I had just never experienced it before, and yeah, it was crazy how many white hairs I got. Okay, so now that I've given you that extensive backstory, I get to tell you about this device right here that I've been using for months now. This is the Laora Duo. It is a 4-in-1 pod-based scalp and hair care device. And this video is in partnership with Laduora. Thank you so much because this device rules. Like I said, this is a 4-in-1 device, so let's break that down. First and foremost, it is a red light therapy device. We have 30 LED bulbs of red light energy, which energize and revitalize the hair follicles. By now, you've definitely seen tons of red light devices for your skin, for your face, and the same goes for your scalp. So red light therapy is incredible for hair growth and elasticity. Along with the red light therapy, this has microcurrent stimulation, which feels so nice on the scalp. It improves blood flow and stimulates cellular activity. The microcurrent really has a dual purpose because not only are you stimulating hair growth, you're also getting such a nice massage. Also, you're getting therapeutic warmth. So you're getting that kind of like buzz feeling from the current and the warmth on your scalp. It feels so good. The therapeutic warmth also amplifies this guy right here. This is a little serum here. There's one of 3. I'm gonna get into that. But what the therapeutic warmth does is it helps this serum absorb into your scalp. We have 3 different little pods to pick from. By the way, you can still use this on its own without the pods, but they really recommend using this because it has ingredients to really stimulate your hair growth. This one in particular, Boost, is geared specifically for hair thinning and hair growth. The Balance Pod is made for people who maybe have damaged hair, have a really dry scalp. And then the Awaken Pod is for a flaky, itchy scalp, maybe some product buildup. There really are so many positive reviews, so many incredible like testimonials. Definitely go on their website and look at the like before and afters. I kind of failed a bit on that front in terms of taking photos. I've just been loving this device. I'm gonna continue using it. Red light therapy rules. I'm so happy that these kind of products are now available at home, where even just a few years ago, they were like spa treatments. So now you can do these really advanced treatments from the comfort of your own home, and you can do it very frequently. Go make sure to check out their website. I have it in my description box. Go look at the testimonials. I don't know why, they're so heartwarming to me because people clearly are so happy with their results. And it's not just women. I love seeing the men's results too. It's pretty drastic. Some of like the male pattern balding, their before and afters are pretty amazing. So yeah, check them out. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the supplement that I've been using. This is the Modeair Liquid BioCell Life with the multi-patented power of collagen HA matrix technology, 13 potent phytonutrient-rich superfoods. Let's talk about some of the additional benefits of collagen, okay? Joint mobility and lubrication, healthy cartilage, connective tissue, muscle tone, reduces wrinkles from the inside out. It really does. It just plumped my skin up. Supports hydration, firmness, and elasticity. Promotes healthy hair, nails, and gums. Upon my research, okay, of like all these collagen like powders and whatnot, I found out that liquid form is really the best in terms of like collagen absorption in your body. Collagen production starts to dwindle in our mid to late 20s, early 30s. We start losing 1% of our collagen per year after that. By 40, collagen drops drastically, leading to signs of aging such as wrinkles, skin sagging, skin drying. Actually, the hair thinning was almost like a secondary thing for me in terms of like why I wanted to take this. First of all, it was the eczema. I was just having so much eczema, and then the dry skin. I just was seeing collagen pop up a ton in terms of like something that I could take to help me with it. And then I went into like a deep dive into all these different collagens. So, you know, is this like the one that you have to buy? I don't know, not necessarily, but it's the one that's I feel like has been working for me. So I'm gonna continue on with it. It is a bit on the pricier side too. This is just the one that I saw with a bunch of testimonials, and also specifically people were talking about eczema on there, and I was like, God, yes, like I need those results. I'm not seeing a bunch of wrinkles anymore. That was such a crazy thing for me. And I know that that's like not a huge problem to have, but when my skin went really dry, I could see so many more wrinkles. And then I was like, I understand what people with dry skin are going through. I will never complain again about having like an oil slick face. Like, please let my skin be like that for as long as possible. You're supposed to take a tablespoon twice a day for optimal results. I'm pretty consistent with it, as consistent as someone like myself can be. I started off with the little spoon, and honestly, it just became really inconvenient. So now I just have this in my fridge. Twice a day when I remember, I just go and take a gulp out of it. I feel like I can feel in my mouth what a tablespoon feels like. Oh, by the way, tastes good. I feel like it tastes really good. It's like pomegranate acai taste. Yeah, it's pretty much juice, okay? I know it's not like super sanitary probably, but you know what? If that's the way that I gotta do it to actually take it, that's how I'm gonna do it. In terms of my hair, okay, so like I said, my scalp was super, super itchy to the point where I was like itching it, not even realizing it, and my scalp was like bleeding. The eczema was really like spreading from my face and it was going up. And when I started taking this, I really saw an improvement in the itchiness, dryness in my scalp for sure. And this in conjunction, you know, using red light therapy, that's really when I saw like more little hairs kind of growing in. Not necessarily I was like seeing individual hairs, but it just looked more opaque, you know, like looked more covered. And I'm still taking it, I'm still going with it. I feel like it could definitely improve more, but from where it was before, I think that my hairline, my scalp, and everything in general is just so much happier. It's almost one of those things where, you know, when you're having an issue with it, it's kind of like always on your mind, especially if it's something like itchy, right? You're always itching it, you're always thinking about it. And now that I don't have that problem, it's just like I don't even think about it anymore. So yeah, it's great. Okay, so now we're gonna go into some products. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Triple Detox Shampoo. This removes product, pollution, and hard water buildup. In terms of just general scalp health, having a detox or clarifying shampoo is always good, but sometimes those kind of words are a little bit scary because you don't want everything to get stripped from your scalp. I have used some like detox shampoos that have made my scalp so much like itchier and dry. This is one that I have clearly completely used, but I've had it a couple times, and it really does help to take out products I might have in my hair. It makes my scalp feel so clean afterwards, but it does not strip it of moisture. A product that I use just for some relief. This is a cooling and soothing mud mask by Fable and Mane. Ayurvedic herb neem and bentonite clay to refresh and soothe the scalp. Lightweight formula will help keep a balanced scalp environment to prevent flakiness and remove oiliness without stripping moisture. You leave it on for like 10 minutes, just feels so good on your scalp. So if you're trying to find something to help you with like a little bit of relief in terms of like itchiness or irritation, I really like this one. And then we have this Christoph Robin cleansing volumizing paste. This has rose extracts, instant root lifting clay to foam shampoo. This one seems pretty intense, but I've never had a bad reaction to it in terms of my scalp getting itchy or any kind of irritation up there. It really does smell nice. There's a grittiness to it. You lather it up, it lathers up so nice. You totally rinse it out. It doesn't feel like gross, oily or anything in your scalp, but you can feel like there's more texture up here. I don't use this every day because there was a minute that I was using it, or like every time I shower. I think it was too much because it definitely puts product in your hair. So I do like once a week now, and then I do like a regular shampoo and then clarifying just to get make sure get all the product out and I can start fresh. Especially if I know I'm gonna be wearing my hair down, I will use this. I just wanted to show you some of those products, but I would say primarily what I feel like really helped me out is this tool right here and this little boost serum and the collagen. Inside out, outside in, yeah. I'm gonna show you how I fill in my hair a bit. So I've been wearing my hair in a center part the last couple days. You can kind of see my center part here, and then typically I'm like more careful, or I kind of brush out this part a little bit more, but I didn't do it just so I could show you how I kind of like fill in these parts a bit. You really don't need anything extra or fancy. I'm just using some brow powder from Anastasia that I've had for a very long time. I like to use a soft brush that is short. Pick up some of this color, and I'm gonna buff a little bit out just to not make it super obvious. And I will just go in. Sometimes if you don't blend it out well enough, then you're gonna get like a spot that's like too concentrated, so you just need to keep blending it out. You're just coloring your scalp. I'm actually gonna do like a spot that's a little bit maybe too concentrated. Like, okay. Of course, when I try to do it, it doesn't really happen. Okay, there we go. You can really see that line there. You can also kind of just like do this with your finger. Blend it out with your finger as well. That actually might be the best tool. Like use this to kind of distribute it and then use your finger to blend it out. I actually just been using the darker color, but now I'm gonna use some of that lighter color on top. Let's put the lighter color like in here. Okay, so let's just kind of like see the difference right now. It's really not even that much product, but here's this side. Let me just continue doing that center. Let me do some of the darker color right there. Because it's further away from the hairline, it's kind of safer to do that darker color a little bit more messy as well. You have to be as careful. Yeah, just helps that disappear a little bit. I typically would try and smooth the actual hair out a little bit better. This is definitely not something that I do all the time. It's kind of like if I have a hairstyle like this and I'm actually like going to an event or something. I hope this little tutorial was useful. You got a couple tips out of there. And if you can, definitely check Laduora out. I would say out of anything, this is a tool that like really works. You will see results. Obviously, hair growth takes a little bit of time, but if you're committed, you keep at it, you will see some fullness happening. Thank you again to Laduora for partnering with me in this video. Everything will be linked in the description box down below. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.